I'm wide awake. Wide awake. Wide awake. I got cake. I get my birthday. That white powder like Fanta cake. Yeah, I got a birthday. Hey, I made the charts today. Hey, I call the charts today. Hey, my lawyer and beat the case. Hey, never repeat the case. Hey, I'ma defeat the case. Hey, I gave him 3 mil. And I got the key today.
I take exotic drugs. I take exotic drugs. I take exotic drugs. I got exotic drugs. I got exotic wolves. I got exotic drugs. I got exotic sticks. I got exotic drugs. I take exotic drugs. I take exotic drugs. I take exotic drugs. I take exotic drugs. DJ Eskimo City. I take exotic drugs. I take exotic drugs. I take exotic drugs. I got exotic drugs.
Another day in my life. I'm proud of myself. It's the longest I ever kept a job. I don't care if it is working at the gas station, because in 2 months, I get my first raise. This owner Ali always trying me though. Oh my God. When he told me I gotta work overtime today, knowing I'm going to my boy's barbecue, I knew this was gonna be my last day. At this point, I ain't even got nothing to say no more. Bruh. Man, look here. I got places to go and people to see. Keep that 30-cent raise. I'm gone. And I swear I need my own show. My life was like over.
So, this for the game. Oh, snatch you rolling, man. Snatch you rolling. Spark up the doty, then you check you rolling. Hold up. I wanna sack the baddest. I wanna know you the baddest. I wanna know if you tatted. I wanna know if you ran. People don't look like assassins. Take trips you never imagine. In a whip you never imagine. Who say we never be goners? Somebody call the honor. Who say they ready to purchase? Who ready to snatch up a fountain? Who really ready to do it? Who ready to set some standards? You little niggas never some cowards, little niggas never some feathers. I see stars and ceilings, I see stars on villains. I ain't got no feelings, Tell me you been in that bag, tell me you been in that jag. Tell me you been on the pineapple felon, stacking the cash. Golden play medallions. I relocate with a stallion, hope you can imagine. I can walk on water, fly away. I can go to places it ain't safe. I see stars and ceilings, I see scars on villains. I see young and loaded, dodging penitentiary. I say representing, highly recommended. When I hit you with the truth, don't you get offended. Don't you slow me down, I'm on the road. Don't you fuck around and say you sold. Spark up the doty, then you check your rolling. Hold up. I wanna sack the baddest. I wanna know you the baddest. I wanna know if you tatted. I wanna know if you ran. People don't look like assassins. Take trips you never imagine. In a whip you never imagine. Who say we never be goners? Somebody call the honor. Who say they ready to purchase? Who ready to snatch up a fountain?
Tell me who do it like Groovy. Nigga, my life is a movie. Wiping that bitch you a Foley. Nigga, that hoe got the Cody. Make a deposit. Jump in the rocket. Too many options. So many options. Nigga, we poppin'. Coppin' and swerving. Nigga, we surfing. Said you a cop. Whipping the half, jumping the whole boat. Two in the car, half of the notch, double the pounds low. Nigga, my brand Jumanji, one of your average, Check out the rollie whip, Swiss classic, I jump in the porch, pedal the ground. I show her the bag, move it around. Rockin' the bass, going the mouth. Instead of a cake, going the house. Getting the wind, doing your first. The bigger the ass, bigger the purse. Show me the math, show me the work. Doing the moves, too many O's. Money for 4 million a row. Too many hoes, too many flows. Rockin' the face, really to go. They jump on the wave, jump in the ghost.
Spark up the doty, then you check your rolling. Hold up. I wanna sack the baddest. I wanna know you the baddest. I wanna know if you tatted. I wanna know if you ran. People don't look like assassins. Take trips you never imagine. In a whip you never imagine. Who say we never be goners? Somebody call the honor. Who say they ready to purchase. You ready to shake up a fountain?
Tell me who do it like Groovy. Nigga, my life is a movie.
Metro Boomin and want some more, nigga. Come to the trap with the egg, yeah. Slap on the water like a jet ski, yeah. I'm tryna fuck you with the bestie, yeah. So it's cause I need to test me, yeah. Rick Flair drip, go woo on a bitch. 5790, spit the coupe on my wrist. $1 million, I'm